All right, insight number 3, guys. We're going a little off book from Come Follow Me in manual this week, for this one anyway, because this is in chapter 20, and then we're going to look at 22, which is really cool too, which indicates, anyway, we'll get there. But in chapter 20, because it doesn't actually say anything, and yes, First Kings is really good, but and the first and last one is on First Kings, but this is kind of the end of David's story, so I really wanted to cover that. But this actually has nothing to do with David except that he's still at war. So there's this guy called Sheba, or Shiva, sometimes they say, and he led a bunch of the tribes of Israel away with his evil behavior. And then he went on the run because Joab and the armies were after him to dude, you're causing a lot of problems here, you need to go. So they were chasing him. He runs into the city. I can't even say the name, Beth something. Yeah, the city. Anyway, so he runs into there, and they're about to storm the city looking for this guy. Now, in 16, doesn't say her name, but she says, then cried a wise woman out of the city, Hear, say, I pray you, unto Joab, come near hither that I may speak with thee. So he goes hither, has a talk with her, and she's like, are you Joab? And he answered, I am. And she said unto him, hear the words of thine handmaid. So, I'm here to serve you. I'm not here to harm you. And he answered, I do hear. Yeah, I'm listening to you. And then she spake, saying, they were wont to speak in old times, saying, they shall surely ask counsel at Abel. And so they ended the matter. Now, that sounds like a really cryptic way of saying, back in the times of Abel, or back in the times of a guy called Abel, or way back anyway, they counselled instead of fighting, and they sorted it out that way. So they didn't go to massive wars. They held family councils or village councils or whatever it was, and sorted it out that way by a consensus of the people. So she's like, let's do that. It's kind of like, I don't know. It's like it is now when we have family council. We don't go to war against a member of our family, per se. Well, we shouldn't. But we'd sit in council. Even if they decided not to be there, we would sit in council about how we're going to deal with a situation and best help that person. And if that best help is to just leave them be and to keep praying for them, then that's what it is. But that's what we do now in families, right? We counsel together. We don't just immediately start hating on people. We shouldn't, right? So then she said, I am one of them that are peaceable and faithful in Israel. Thou seekest to destroy a city and a mother in Israel. Why wilt thou swallow up thy inheritance of the Lord? You're coming to us to destroy the whole city. What the heck? And Joab answered and said, far be it from me that I should swallow up or destroy. The matter is not so, but a man of Mount Ephraim, Sheba, the son of Bichri, by name, hath lifted up his hand against the king. So he's like a challenge to the king, even against David. Deliver him only, and I will depart from the city. And the woman said unto Joab, behold, his head shall be thrown to thee over the wall. Ugh. But hey, that's what they did. So she's like, okay, so you don't need to fight the whole city. We'll go find this guy and we'll kill him, and you just leave us alone. So the woman went unto the people in her wisdom, because she's a wise woman, remember, and they cut off the head of Sheba, the son of Bichri, and cast it out to Joab. And he blew a trumpet, and they all went back and took the head back. So, although it's kind of disgusting and gross that they're throwing heads over walls and killing people like that, that was the time. Remember, put on your Old Testament glasses and look at it like that. But the point of this one, and why I bring it up, is to counsel with each other and be wise. Give time for discussion before you just rush in and start hating on people and causing more drama. There's too much soap opera drama going on in the world that's just unnecessary. I was talking to a friend yesterday, and they were just saying, that some person had said some stuff behind their back and it upset another friend, and it was all very soap opera drama-y, just garbage. It just didn't need to be said. Things that didn't need to be said, things that were taken the wrong way. And she's like, I didn't even say that. That's not even what I said. But they were all at this party together yesterday, like a midday lunchy party. And they were both there, and she's like, I was just nice and left it like that. She's like, I don't need to get into it. And I was like, good on her, because that's leaving that drama behind. That is choosing to be wise and to not play into the drama. Not that we have to go out of our village wall and meet the captain of an army and say, don't come on and kill us, or we'll chuck out the bad guy. But that's the same kind of principle, in that we can choose to be that peacemaker. We can choose to say, let's counsel like they did of old, because that is the way God intended it to be, for us to counsel together and find a solution together with God's help, rather than just going in and doing the thing. And so I really like that she did that, and I was agreeable on that. I thought that was really cool, and that's how I try to be. It's really hard sometimes when people I've sat next to in Sunday school someone that said some very horrible things about me that I know because they told the wrong person, the person who loves me dearly, and even posted once on Facebook about how horrible I was. And I was like, okay. But the only chair available next in Sunday school was next to them, so I just sat next to them and just treated them like I would everybody else, just kind, nice, with grace and goodness, because I don't know what was going on in their life for them to do that. So that's what we've got to do. Just give grace, be wise, counsel together. There are times when we need to cut toxicity out of our life, and I get that. And I'm not saying about abusive relationships that you keep putting up with them. However, again, gather what family, and if it's a group of friends and that's what you call family, gather together, counsel first. There's always people you can counsel with and just ask for advice and find a solution. And include Jesus Christ, and include Heavenly Father in that, and Heavenly Mother. Include them. Bring them in. Ask the Spirit to be there. Help you to find a good solution, like happened here. So only one person died, a person that was going to get killed anyway because of his behaviour was terrible, whereas the rest of that village or city was just left fine. So there you go. So I bring that up because it's a good thing, especially in today's world where there's a lot of contention, that you don't need to be contentious. You can counsel together and find a common ground and move forward. And I really encourage you to do that. So that's just a little off topic. But anyway, there we go. So hang around. We're going to go over to 2 Samuel 22. It's really cool. Okay, see you there, guys.